powered by artificial intelligence.
Today we are doing the practical version of a top AI tools list. 10 current free or free-to-start tools for video, image, audio, text, and code. The key word is practical. Free does not always mean unlimited, commercial, private, or watermark free. It often means limited credits, queue time, lower resolution, public generations, trial minutes, or open source local use. So the score here is not just which tool has the flashiest demo. It is which tool is useful before you pay, where the limits show up, and what kind of creator or builder should try it first. Or not at all, and pricing pages change faster than normal software plans. Second, output rights. If a free plan adds a watermark or blocks commercial use, it may be fine for testing but risky for client work. Third, privacy. Do not paste secrets, unreleased scripts, customer data, API keys, or private repo code into a cloud tool just because it is free. Free is a starting point, not a license to ignore the fine print. For video generation, the first 5 are Runway, Pika, Luma, Dream Machine, Kling AI, and Hailuo AI. This is the experimental bench. Runway is strong when you want polished creative controls and a broad video workflow. Pika is useful when you want fast idea testing and social-friendly stylization. Luma Dream Machine is worth trying for cinematic motion and image-to-video tests. Kling and Hailuo are strong entries when you want to compare prompt interpretation, character motion, and short clip quality. The caveat is important. Free video generation is usually the tightest category. You are testing models, not replacing a full production account. The second video group is more useful for actual publishing. Canva, CapCut, Clipchamp, Adobe Express, and InVideo AI. These are less about generating a whole clip from a sentence and more about building something you can ship. Canva is strong for templates, captions, social resizing, thumbnails, and quick brand layouts. CapCut is a great free editor for short-form rhythm, captions, and mobile-first edits. Clipchamp is useful when you want a simple browser or Windows editing path. Adobe Express brings a clean design-first workflow, and InVideo AI is worth testing when you want a script-to-video draft, with the usual free plan watermark and export caveats. My practical video stack is this. Generate experiments in Runway, Pika, Luma, Kling, or Hailuo, then edit the winner in CapCut, Canva, Clipchamp, or Adobe Express. Do not burn credits trying to fix everything in the generator. Use the generator for motion, mood, and scene ideas. Use the editor for captions, pacing, cuts, logos, transitions, and final packaging. That split saves credits and makes the output feel much less like raw AI footage. For images, start with Microsoft Designer, Adobe Firefly, Ideogram, Leonardo, and Freepik. Designer is a good low-friction tool for everyday graphics and prompt-driven design. Firefly is useful when you want Adobe-style generative assets in a more design-conscious workflow. Ideogram remains one of the first places to test when text inside an image matters, like thumbnail words or poster-style graphics. Leonardo is strong for creators who want more controls, styles, and asset iteration. Freepik is useful because it blends AI generation with a huge design asset ecosystem. The next 5 image tools are Krea, Playground, Night Cafe, Stable Diffusion, and Flux. Krea is excellent for rapid visual exploration, live creative adjustments, and reference-driven style work. Playground and Night Cafe are easy places to experiment with prompts and styles without building a local stack. Stable Diffusion and Flux are different. They are the local or open-weight path. They are not always the easiest path, but they give builders more control over workflows, models, privacy, and repeatability when set up correctly. The image stack recommendation is simple. Use Ideogram when the words in the image have to look good. Use Krea when you are still searching for the look. Use Leonardo or Freepik when you need many variations quickly. Use Stable Diffusion or Flux locally when privacy, repeatability, or customization matters more than convenience. For YouTube thumbnails, the best workflow is often not one tool. Generate a bold background, edit the layout manually, then add final text in a design app where you control every pixel. For audio, the first 5 are 11 Labs, Suno Udio Stable Audio, and Adobe Podcast Enhance. 11 Labs is one of the easiest ways to test AI narration and voice styles, but free voice minutes are limited and rights matter. Suno and Udio are the obvious tools to test for music ideas, hooks, background themes, and scratch tracks. Stable Audio is worth trying for generative music and sound effects. Adobe Podcast Enhance is not glamorous, but it can rescue rough speech recordings, which is sometimes more valuable than generating something new. The next 5 audio tools are Auphonic, Kits AI, Layla.ai, BandLab Songstarter, and Audacity. Auphonic is great for leveling, loudness, and podcast cleanup. Kits AI is useful for voice conversion experiments and creator audio workflows. Layla.ai is a practical stem splitter when you need vocals, drums, instruments, or background separation. BandLab Songstarter is a friendly music idea tool. Audacity is the free open-source editor that still belongs in the stack because sometimes the right answer is not more AI. It is clean trimming, noise reduction, and manual control. The audio stack recommendation: record the cleanest original you can, fix it with Adobe Podcast Enhance or Auphonic, edit in Audacity, then use 11 Labs, Suno, Udio, Stable Audio, Kits, or Layla.ai only where they solve a specific problem. That could be narration, background music, stems, or a quick scratch theme. The trap is letting generated audio dictate the edit. The better move is to keep the story and pacing in control, then use AI audio as support. For text, start with ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Microsoft Copilot, and Perplexity. These are the everyday assistants. ChatGPT is strong for drafting, planning, summarizing, and tool-style workflows. Claude is strong for long context reading, careful rewriting, and structured thinking. Gemini is strong when you are inside Google's ecosystem and want broad multimodal assistance. Microsoft Copilot is a low-friction general assistant, especially for people already living in Microsoft products. Perplexity is useful when the task starts with a question and needs web-grounded links. The next 5 text tools are Mistral LuChat, Meta AI, Poe, Hugging Chat, and Notebook LM. LuChat is worth trying when you want Mistral's models in a direct assistant. Meta AI is an easy consumer assistant for quick text and image tasks. Poe is useful when you want to compare multiple models in one place. Hugging Chat is the open community option with access to models in the Hugging Face ecosystem. Notebook LM is the standout when the job is not just writing but grounding notes, summaries, and explanations in documents you provide. The text stack recommendation: use one general assistant for drafting, one web-grounded tool for source discovery, and Notebook LM or another document-grounded tool when the material is yours. For serious claims, do not let a chatbot be the source. Make it find the source, then check the source. The best free text workflow is not the model that sounds most confident. It is the workflow that gives you useful output and leaves a trail you can verify. For code, start with GitHub Copilot Free, Cursor, Windsurf, Tab9, and Gemini Code Assist. Copilot Free is the cleanest first stop for GitHub users because the official GitHub docs spell out the free plan limits. Cursor and Windsurf are stronger if you want an AI-native editor experience where chat, autocomplete, and multi-file edits are central. Tab9 is a more traditional completion-focused option. Gemini Code Assist is worth testing if you want Google's coding assistant path, especially around cloud and development workflows. The next 5 code tools are Continue, Klein, RuCode, Aider, and SourceGraph Cody. Continue is a strong open-source option if you want to bring your own model and customize the IDE assistant. Cline and RuCode are agent-style coding tools that can inspect files, propose edits, and work through tasks with approvals. Aider is the terminal-first option for pair programming directly in a Git repo. SourceGraph Cody is useful when code search, repo context, and codebase understanding matter. The code stack recommendation: use one autocomplete tool, one agent tool, and one habit that never changes. Read the diff. Free coding assistants can be incredibly useful, but they can also invent APIs, miss edge cases, or rewrite more than you wanted. Do not paste secrets. Do not connect a private repo to a tool unless you understand the data policy. Keep changes small, run tests, and treat the assistant like a very fast junior pair programmer that still needs review. If you want a simple starter stack, try this. For video, use CapCut or Canva plus one generator like Runway, Pika, or Luma. For image, use Ideogram for text-heavy thumbnails and Crea or Leonardo for style exploration. For audio, use Adobe Podcast Enhance, Auphonic, Audacity, and One Voice or Music Tool. For text, use ChatGPT or Claude plus Perplexity for source discovery and Notebook LM for your documents. For code, use Copilot Free or Cursor, then test continue Cline, RuCode, or Aider when you need deeper repo work. The goal is not 50 accounts. The goal is a small stack that actually makes your week easier. Final takeaway: free AI tools are best for testing workflows, learning what you like, and producing lightweight drafts. Paid tiers usually become necessary when you need volume, privacy controls, team features, commercial rights, higher resolution, faster queues, or fewer watermarks. So use the free tools aggressively, but use them deliberately. Find the category where AI saves you the most time, build a repeatable workflow around that, and only upgrade when the free limit becomes a real production bottleneck.